tough jobs, tight spaces, and talented shipbuilders. I'm Brian Moore, and this is Focus NNS. We're here at the Supplemental Module Outfitting Facility where site preparations are underway for Delaware SSN 791's keel laying ceremony. We'll take you to the ceremony, plus show you how the entire Virginia-Class program continues to shine. Plus, a special guest, 91 years young, comes to Newport News Shipbuilding to see the Gerald R. Ford. We'll take you on flight deck for her inspiring story. And a super time for the carrier program. We'll show you the progress on Kennedy, CVN 79. Those stories and more are coming up, but first on deck, the finish line is just about in sight for construction of Gerald R. Ford, CVN 78. One group of specialized shipbuilders will take us where few have gone before, and for them, it's all in a day's work. Aaron Pritchett with our communications division has the story.
Building ships is more than meets the eye. And here at Newport News Shipbuilding, every employee has an important role to play. But when it comes to the specialized job of sandblasting, there are a few good men who don't mind getting down and dirty and into some pretty tight spaces to do a job they take great pride in helping to bring the greatest ships in the world to life.
There's things that we do on this boat that a lot of people can't do.
This is serious business. Safety is a most important part in this operation.
The sandblasters, they're kind of one of the unspoken heroes of the shipyard. I mean, if you kind of visualize going under your house, wearing a air-breathing suit and trying to run a sandblast machine with sandblast dust flying everywhere with a flashlight trying to maneuver around, that's kind of the environment these guys live in.
I call it the deep abyss, places where you will never actually see on the boat. It's only about 60 of us in the whole shipyard right now. I consider us to be probably the world's best shipbuilders, sandblasters. I call us a few good men. Basically, what we do is clean the steel up, make it shiny, brand new. We're in the JBD pit number 1, which is the jet blast deflecting doors, where we're in the inside blasting. We have to get it prepared for a good spray job, so that it can be operational and it won't corrode as time goes on and the jets and stuff have to take off. It's never been done like this before. With all the machinery and everything in here, none of this has never been done. Like normally there's no machinery in here, it's just basically everything is just steel. No actuator, no oil lines, no doors. So right now we're making history today.
Oh yeah, I'm very proud of that. Hey, those guys' lives in my hand, I take it very seriously. Sometimes it's 2, 3, 4 guys at one time. You got to be aware to watch each one of them, you know, and the lights on the machine blink for fan, and then we communicate with the radio too, with the station man and all that, you know. That's the main thing, communication.
What I do is I watch out for the blasters. Make sure the ventilation in the hole, make sure they're taken care of. I never leave the hole, I got to stay there and watch them every step. A lot of people don't like to do this, but you know, it's a job and we stay focused as a sandblaster. We got to do what we have to do as a team.
Something like this it really takes somebody that takes pride in their work to do it. And I'm just proud of how the guys that I do have doing this job. Me, I'm just an overseer. So I definitely take my hat off to the guys who actually go in every day and actually doing the blast and holding the hose.
It is artwork. I call it Picasso, if you ask me. You know, we get in and we make the steel shiny. We're the best sandblasters in the world, if you ask me, because nobody's gonna crawl in those type of holes, and you have to have the right mentality and the right heart to do it.
A tough job for sure, but these sandblasters, as you've just seen, are definitely up for the challenge as they work alongside thousands of other dedicated shipbuilders to put the finishing touches on 100,000 tons of the newest and soon-to-be most powerful ship in the U.S. Navy fleet. For Focus NNS, I'm Aaron Pritchett. Back to you, Brian.
Thank you, Aaron. And keep watching Focus NNS. We'll have all the latest on Ford progress as it gets closer to delivery. Now, let's take a look at some other news from around the yard. Newport News Shipbuilding is often described as a city within a city. And with more than 20,000 employees, there's a strong and diverse group of people working here. Shipbuilders are learning more about their co-workers' backgrounds and interests through employee resource groups, or ERGs. The shipyard held an ERG Expo earlier this spring so people can see and hear what the different ERGs have to offer.
Yeah, it's a great idea because you get to network, get involved, see what's happening around the shipyard, and instead of just going to work and going home. So the opportunity is there, it's just you got to seek the opportunity.
There are currently 6 employee resource groups, including AASA, the African American Shipbuilders Association, OLA, Hispanic Outreach and Leadership Alliance, and the newest ERG, STRIDE, Shipbuilders Together, Realizing Inclusion, Diversity, and Equality. The ERGs are here to connect employees who share common interests and want to become more engaged with their colleagues and the company. There's another big group at Newport News Shipbuilding, Master Shipbuilders, those with 40 or more years of service. Today, there are 173 new Master Shipbuilders. They were honored in April as part of the 27th Annual Master Shipbuilders Dinner at the Hampton Roads Convention Center. In all, the shipyard has 832 people with 40 or more years of service.
I'm proud, very proud. And like she says, I didn't think I would be here, but every year, and I guess every 5 or 10 years, I say, I'm getting that much closer, getting that much closer. And eventually I say, oh man, I'm here.
I never thought I'd be here this long, sir. I never thought I'd be here this long. Never dreamed of it. Time go by so fast. Seems like the older you get, the more time, faster time moves.
Congratulations to all our Master Shipbuilders who all told tally up more than 35,000 years of service to Newport News Shipbuilding. A super carrier gets a super lift. Shipbuilders placed a 965-ton structure into dry dock for the John F. Kennedy, CVN 79. The huge section, called a superlift, is comprised of 2 pump rooms with valves, pipe, lighting, and other outfitting components. Shipbuilders are taking lessons they learned from building the Ford and applying them to our work on Kennedy, creating a more efficient construction process, saving time and money. Part of that efficiency means fewer lifts like this one. Kennedy is on track to be completed with 445 lifts, 51 fewer than Ford. A special guest on board a special ship as 91-year-old World War II veteran Mrs. Norma Bauerschmidt visits Gerald R. Ford, CVN 78. Miss Norma has terminal cancer and has declined treatment. Instead, she is traveling the country with her son Tim and daughter-in-law Ramey to experience all she can as she lives her remaining years of life to the fullest. With ties to a sailor aboard CVN 78 and historic ties to former President Gerald R. Ford, she added the aircraft carrier bearing the former president's name to her list of things to do.
It's amazing, for one thing. I don't know, I've never seen anything like this before.
It's probably tops them all, huh?
Yes, this is it.
We've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think you can get much better than this.
Miss Norma was led on a guided tour of the ship to see some of it in operation. A stop at the recently dedicated Gerald R. Ford statue,
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
and was greeted by veteran shipbuilders and crew.
Newport News is a special place to us, and I know it's a special place to her in order to come here and get to see something that she's never seen before, even though she has seen it on television, but she actually got to walk and talk and greet and see what stands behind America.
The Virginia-Class Submarine Program continues to move along at an amazing pace. We just christened Washington in March and recently laid the keel for Delaware, SSN 791. It's proof of a program that's showing great success.
Distinguished platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, and especially our ship sponsor, Dr. Jill Biden and her grandson, Hunter. It is my privilege and great honor to welcome you to the keel laying ceremony for the submarine Delaware, SSN 791.
It's a day to be proud of for all Newport News shipbuilders, but especially for those working the Virginia-Class Submarine Program.
American shipbuilding is the best in the world. What you do is so vital to our national defense.
Dr. Jill Biden, Second Lady of the United States, was on hand to watch as her initials were welded on a plate that will be permanently affixed to the ship. For welder Lawrence Britt, it's a proud moment.
It's a great feeling to be selected to do this. Not everyone gets an opportunity to do it, so for me to be selected, it gives me a great feeling. It speaks volume for me and for the work that I do.
I hereby declare the keel of the United States Navy submarine Delaware truly and fairly laid.
From Delaware to Warner, SSN 785. The submarine is back at Newport News Shipbuilding for its post-shakedown availability, or PSA. All new construction ships go through a planned work period that includes some modernization work and class design changes. Warner is the first VCS submarine to have a PSA contract awarded to Newport News Shipbuilding. And it doesn't stop there. Newport News Shipbuilding recently christened Washington in a standing room only ceremony.
I christened the United States ship Washington. May God bless this submarine and all those who sail in it.
Then the boat was rolled out of the modular outfitting facility into daylight for the very first time, and then finally into the water.
We never stop. There's one boat after the other, steady progress. It's like putting a puzzle together. Every day you're learning something new. Even though you're constantly doing the same thing, you may run into a different challenge, learning a different way, a different strategy of getting it done at a quicker pace, but still giving a quality product.
I've done several submarines, but still with each submarine that's made whole and finished, there's still an excitement about that. And plus, we get to see things that people don't see every day. So it's amazing just to be a part of that.
It's really exciting to see some of the magic that we do, because to see it go in modular form to just pieces of a puzzle to an enormous ship it's magic. It's really neat.
Lots going on in the Virginia-Class program and all across Newport News Shipbuilding, so make sure you keep up to date by watching the latest edition of Focus NNS, and make sure you check out our website. There you'll find all the latest news and video highlights on the people and products of Newport News Shipbuilding. Plus, check us out on Cox Cable Channel 1886. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Brian Moore.